I've decided to start a segment within my vlogs, just a legal education type of segment. And then in this segment, I'm going to be sharing some stories with you that could help you out. But I'm not going to be mentioning any names. Everything is going to be somewhat redacted.
Distance, still loving you from a distance. Still kinda new to commitment, but all I say is you, I admit it. Oh yeah. Text me, I'm showing up on time. We always ride and we don't die. We always shooting from both sides. We always love like the first time. Hands in your neck, on my bow tie. For what you think I came for?
It's been a long day, guys. Actually need this. Come from a meeting with my client, typical story. Boy meets girl, girl then goes and sees the dude, and then they have a relation. In having this relation, the lady becomes a big shot accountant and leaves the guy. In leaving the guy, she leaves the guy after 5 years of marriage. Now, within the 5 years of marriage, this guy was not taking anything from this woman. He was supplying everything. The woman meets a guy who she finds attractive and then leaves this 5-year relationship with a new guy, having left this guy with each and every single thing that this guy had. Great, you may say. Unfortunately, there's a minor involved. Now, because there's a minor involved, things become a little complex. Now, because she's a big shot accountant, they decided to put the child, or the minor child, through a very expensive school. Now, this lady has left her entire family, her belongings, her husband, as well as a minor child. Now, the problem comes in. The husband comes to me, or rather, the client comes to me and says, listen, this woman has left. I don't know what to do. The bills are piling, and I have no way to help my child. So I, instinctively asked, have you started your divorce proceedings? He says, yes. But I can't wait until the proceedings because I have my legal fees. I also have the fact that my child's school is a very expensive school. So I need a solution ASAP. So we decide to sit down, and instinctively I think of an interim maintenance application. Now, an interim maintenance application is Rule 43 in the Magistrates Court. So the Rule 43 says that before the final order of a divorce decree, one can ask the court via application to grant an order for maintenance, interim maintenance. This means that it could be spousal maintenance or maintenance for the minor child. Now, we were asking for not spousal maintenance, but maintenance for the minor child. We ran the application through the court. The court granted the application on the basis that the best interest of the child, or the minor child, comes first. Now, because we were talking about interim, there has to be a final order on the decree of divorce. So we started talking about the decree of divorce and a settlement agreement. And in this settlement agreement, we were speaking about how the maintenance of the child can continue. So first, he was under the impression that when he receives the money from the ex-wife, it would be, to the detriment of his pride as a man. I then explained to him that the best interests of the child are always paramount. Above all and above all else, the best interests of the minor child are paramount. You cannot use your pride or let your pride interfere in the best interests of the minor child. So we sat down, had a roundtable discussion, and then we decided that the school fees of the minor child would be paid by the big shot accountant, who was the ex-wife. We decided that the maintenance or the extracurricular activities of the minor child would be taken by the mother, and that the mother would have to part ways with the SUV that they had bought in order for the ex-husband to transport the minor child around from school to and fro from the activities, and all the other activities of the minor child would be handled by the ex-husband. Now, unfortunately, the story doesn't end there. However, I'll catch you up on part 2 of what is happening pertaining to this story on the next vlog. But before, you should know, if you are suffering from a spouse or an ex-spouse who's taking you for a ride and you really, really need help, please do seek help from an attorney. Don't try to go it alone. You're not Rambo. Only Rambo went into the wilderness alone. But you do have avenues and people who can help you with it. But stay blessed for now, and I'll catch you up on the part 2 of my